Hello, everybody. Good morning. My name is Eunisses Hernandez, Councilwoman representing the 1st District here in the city of Los Angeles. And today, we celebrate the results of a months-long project, a $6.3 million investment through the state of California's Encampment Resolution Fund, one of the largest Care First operations ever conducted along a freeway corridor here in the city of Los Angeles. Our outreach teams identified approximately 7 individuals living along a 4-mile stretch of the 110 freeway, many in areas that were previously unreachable by service providers. After months of engagement, Phase 1 is now complete, and 27 people have now moved indoors into interim housing, medical treatment, and recuperative care facilities, and not through enforcement or displacement, but through trust and care. Now, as we celebrate this win, I want to ground us in the moment we're in. Across the country, Donald Trump and his allies are holding the federal government hostage with the shutdown that will cut off food assistance, housing support, and child care funding for millions of working families. But here in CD1, we're making it very clear. While Trump abandons our communities, we're stepping up to protect them. We're moving people indoors, we're feeding families, and we're revitalizing parks. Because no one in LA should have to choose between paying rent and buying groceries, or between living in a tent and living with dignity. And when they are confronted with these situations, we step up and we support. The federal government might be shutting down, but here in CD1, we're showing up. We're also hearing renewed calls from Trump and others to criminalize homelessness, to round people up and throw them in jail. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. You can't arrest your way out of poverty. You can't incarcerate your way out of housing. What we're proving right here is that Care First models actually work. They save lives, save money, and make our communities safer. And this is how we fight back against the hate and neglect, by building a city that doesn't abandon people when they need help the most. And as people come indoors, we're beginning the work to restore and revitalize this park, so it once again can serve as a safe and healthy space for families and kids. The Department of Parks will repair the irrigation system, loosen and restore compacted soil, plant new sport-grade grass that can handle high use, and it's a $150,000 investment that will take about 4 to 5 months to fully complete. We're doing this because we know green space has a direct impact on public health, public safety, mental health, and our quality of life. And this is for everyone, from Cypress Park to MacArthur Park. Everyone deserves access to clean, safe, and green spaces. Last week, 27 lives were changed here, and this is only the beginning. We're proving that when you meet with people with care and love instead of cruelty, when we collaborate across agencies and communities and different levels of government, we can build a city that works for everyone. So while Trump's Washington shuts down, Los Angeles is opening up doors, and that's what it means to lead with humanity. And now, please welcome State Senator Marilena Durazo, who is joining us here today. We're very honored and very privileged that you're here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilwoman, and thank you everyone who's participating in this and been part of the team. Thank you to Caltrans and the rest of the partners. And I also want to acknowledge the residents of this community who have lived with the reality of these encampments for far too long. We see you, we hear you. We want you to know the announcement today represents real action. We're here today because no one should have to live on the streets of Los Angeles, to sleep under a freeway overpass. And we're celebrating today proves you can work together with compassion and commitment. As the Councilwoman said, 27 people were brought indoors from the encampments. They were sleeping on dangerous ground, and they're now connected to medical treatment, case management, and a real pathway to permanent housing. It wasn't by accident. It happened because there were outreach teams that spent months building relationships, creating a by-name list, developing tailored rehousing plans for those individuals. This $6 million initiative was funded by the state's Encampment Resolution Fund, and it's exactly the kind of Care First approach that works. I'm proud to have supported these investments in the state budget for the past 5 years, and that over those 5 years, it's reached over a $1 billion investment. Let's be clear, This isn't about sweeps or displacement. It's about compassion and offering real housing options. And it takes a team to do that with the Councilwoman, LAHSA, Caltrans, LA Sanitation, LA Global Care, and the USC Street Medicine team. As people voluntarily move indoors, the community will see LA Sanitation, as we are seeing here today, restore the area. This crisis didn't happen overnight, and it won't be solved overnight. But we're celebrating 27 people indoors and 70 people with tailored plans. One person at a time, one community at a time. Thank you for holding us accountable. You deserve to see more results, and this team is committed to delivering more results. Housing is a human right. Thank you to the community for demanding action. Let's get to work. Thank you.
I want to thank you so much, Senator, for joining us today and for your partnership on this. I also want to give a few thank yous because the city can't do everything by itself. And in our council office and in my team, and what I do is I try to look under all the rocks and build all the connections to solve a problem. And so today we have Caltrans, LAHSA, LA Sanitation, Rec and Parks, our service providers, LA Global Care, all who've come together to make this happen with our state representatives, USC Street Medicine teams as well, and a significant amount of outreach workers, neighbors, and CD1 team members have spent a lot of months building these relationships to have people believe in our government again so that they trust to go into housing. So I want to give that those thank yous. And now also I want to introduce our next speaker. And what I've learned is, a lot of people often talk about people experiencing homelessness in a way that removes their humanity. But we are so interconnected. The next speaker, Michael, thank you for being here with us today. Me and Michael, he went to Lincoln High School. I went to Franklin High School. They're about to have a football game today. He graduated in 08. I graduated in 08. And so our communities, our neighbors, we're intrinsically tied to each other in our neighborhoods and our experiences. I just want to uplift that and always remember that. And that's why we come and lead this work with love, because these are our neighbors. These are our friends. These are the people that we grew up with here in the city of Los Angeles. So please join me in welcoming Michael Guerra, who is going to share a bit about his experience. And again, thank you, Michael, for being here with us today.
Thank you. One thing I wanted to say is that this was one beautiful community. This Lincoln High School, one of the beautiful cities I live in all my life. That it sucks that I had to turn this way. But thank you for this. Thank you for the program and helping us out for this housing and everything. I see a lot of people changing for the best, and hopefully it will be better. And they're giving us a lot of chance. I feel safe where I'm at right now, that I'm not in danger. My mom can sleep peacefully. My brother can sleep peacefully. They don't have to be worried about me most of the time. Thank you for giving me a second chance in this community. I really appreciate it. I want to help as well. Whatever I can help. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much, Michael. Next, someone who is someone that I look up to and how to lead and do this work with love, strategy, but also surgical and so impactful. Brett Feldman, the director of USC Street Medicine teams. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brett. I'm the Director of Street Medicine at USC and Vice Chair of the International Street Medicine Institute. I've been practicing street medicine for almost 20 years, and about 2 years we've been serving the people of Lacey Park. And what I love about what happened with Lacey Park is it's not just 27 people were moved into housing that we've loved and cared for here. It's not just that they got to move in together as a community and continue to support each other in the next chapter of their lives. But what I see in Lacey Park is it's really just a microcosm of how homeless services has evolved over the past few years, where we're building a new system that's starting on the streets, starting in places like Lacey Park, in solidarity with the people, honoring their reality, and building it from there, moving inwards. What that looks like in practice is it means that we're all working much more bonded together. There's no more silos. It also means that we have to continue to go to the people in the radical way that we do, first delivering an understanding love, and then the same quality of care on the streets, under the bridges, in the woods, and places like Lacey Park that you would expect in a brick and mortar clinic. And that care has to be comprehensive, it has to be continuous, and it has to be immersive. So what that looks like, I'll give you some examples of the folks that were moved into Lacey Park. We provide a very high level of psychiatric care. There's a young lady, beautiful young lady, who suffers from schizophrenia, and we diagnosed her in the park, started treatment in the park, switched her to a long-acting injectable antipsychotic, which is one injection once a month. It's never lost or stolen or degraded, and she responded wonderfully. And we visited her in her housing unit, and she's already talking about, can we help her get her resume together? She can't wait to get back to work, and if we didn't start the treatment here, she wouldn't be ready in just a few days to get back to work. We also provide a high level of treatment for substance use disorders. There's a group of friends that used to use together. They also wanted to stop using together. So we were able to start that treatment here in the park. We didn't need an inpatient bed or anything like that. It all started here. And now that they've moved in together as a community, not only are they not using, but they're not bringing it into the new housing unit. And then finally, a high level of physical health treatment. Of the people that moved in from Lacey Park, one was a 63-year-old male who was a victim of the Eaton fires. He lived his whole life in the same home, born and raised there. When the house burnt down, his mother moved into a nursing home, and when his couches ran out, he came here. I just saw him in his new housing unit and wanted to share his gratitude to you all. And so the things that I want to point out in this is that first we go to the people, and then we go where they go, following them into housing to support that. And then also that the care must start here so that when housing does come through, they're going to be much more successful in housing. Then the question becomes, well, is this work? Is this care first approach working that Councilmember Hernandez mentioned? So we've shown we could decrease emergency visits by 70%, hospitalizations by 60%, that when street medicine is added to housing or housing to street medicine, we can house about 30% of everybody we see. We've provided 12,000 medical visits on the street in the past year, and these are actual medical visits. This is not handing out water or a connection to resources. This is the resource. And so finally, what's the take home from what happened here at Lacey Park? The take home, the message is that when we're all bounded together in our services, in solidarity with the people, our neighbors who are housed and unhoused, we can look at the crisis of homelessness and be able to separate the person from their housing status, to hate homelessness with everything that we have, but to love the person even more.
Thank you. That's powerful. You see, that's why I look up to Brett. He motivates me to keep doing this work and not become jaded when there's so much negativity, especially around the folks that we're trying to help. Next up, I would like to invite Geeta O'Neill, Interim Chief Executive Officer of the Los Angeles Housing Homelessness Services Authority. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And I want to echo what everyone has said here already. We're breaking down the silos and bringing people together. 27 people were brought in, and that wasn't from people acting in separate silos, but working together. We had LAHSA outreach workers here for months and months building community, and that community is reflected here. It was thanks to the work of the council member, the state, the county working together to help solve this, and that's the only way we're going to go going forward. LAHSA is the leader of the continuum of care for the city and the county. And we all know that federal cuts are coming, and it's really important that we bond together over projects like this, moving people in, moving them into safe and secure places with outstanding medical care. All of that is key. The council member is right. There was no need for any enforcement here, and people moved in and are happy and hopefully going to thrive and have a wonderful future. It's so great to hear that your patients are stabilized, they're happy, they're looking forward to something besides where are they going to sleep the next day, how are they going to get food, that they're really looking forward to moving on with their lives, which is so important here. So we're really happy to celebrate this success. We hope it's one of many more things coming, and LAHSA is always happy to contribute in any way we can. Thank you.
Next up, I would like to invite Antonio Chapa, District Director for Los Angeles County Supervisor Hilda Solis. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Good morning. I'm Antonio Chapa, District Director for the Office of Los Angeles County Supervisor Hilda Solis, Chair Pro Tem. On behalf of the Supervisor, she would like to thank Councilwoman Hernandez for her commitment to addressing homelessness and to provide a dignified path towards permanent housing. Supervisor Solis would also like to thank Governor Newsom for his Encampment Resolution Fund program, which has provided critical funding to the county and the city of Los Angeles to address street homelessness. Solving homelessness requires partnership across all levels of government. This is why the state's Encampment Resolution program is so critical. It allows local jurisdictions to dedicate resources to some of the most difficult to resolve encampments, providing solutions to get people off the streets and directly into housing. Supervisor Solis has seen this firsthand, the power of these encampment resolution grants. On Skid Row, the supervisor helped to secure two encampment resolution grants from the state. This has helped to move over 3,000 people into interim housing and nearly 2,000 people into permanent housing. Supervisor Solis has also worked closely with Councilmember Hernandez to provide support for unhoused neighbors living in our shared jurisdiction. Recently, the supervisor led a Pathway Home operation in MacArthur Park, helping to bring nearly 70 people experiencing homelessness into safe interim housing. There, they are receiving supported services and other resources from the county to help transition them out of interim housing and into permanent housing. Supervisor Solis also worked with the council member to provide $450,000 to launch an overdose response team in MacArthur Park to save the lives of those who have overdosed and connect them to services. The county's homeless initiatives also helped open an interim housing site for the families in Council District 1 called the Alvarado House. The site includes 43 units for families totaling 172 beds. The county's investment in the Alvarado House is $14.6 million, including capital and operating costs. The county has also partnered with Council District 1 and Mayor Bass to support several Inside Safe initiatives providing critical behavioral health services to those served. And now, with these encampment resolution funds from the state, another 70 individuals will make their way off the streets and into safe and reliable interim housing. We know that the only way out of the crisis is through housing and dedicated outreach that meets people where they are and provides a dignified solution to bring them indoors. Supervisor Solis looks forward to continue working with Councilmember Hernandez to address homelessness in our shared jurisdictions. It is only through partnerships like these across all levels of government that we will be able to overcome our shared homelessness crisis. Thank you.
Wonderful. Next up is Victor James, Director of Homeless Services for LA Global Care, our partner in service provision for this program. Thank you.
Good morning. Victor James, Director for LA Global Care. I would like to just thank Councilman Hernandez for the opportunity for us to be able to provide that next step of housing for the gentlemen and the ladies that was here standing at the park. Within that first 24 hours, we were able to see some amazing transitions of people. Just the smiles on their faces when they showed up with the outreach teams from LAHSA, with the unexpectation of where they were going to stay. And when they seen the beautiful units that they were going to live in and the space that we provide for them, they were very just blown away, right? You know, within 24 hours, we had one gentleman that was very hesitant, ready to walk away. Within that 24 hours, we was able to have him talk to us, shower, provide him new clothing. Within 24 hours, we were able to call New York, get a ticket that he had that they wanted to bring him back to New York for us. Got it all admonished, and you have to go back to New York. And then today, you wouldn't even recognize the same person, right? When you walk up to him, it's like, is that the same guy that was just talking to himself right now? No, he's coming up to us, shaking my hand, and very grateful. It's just an honor. So giving people a place to stay from here and a quality place to stay is giving them hope. In this field, we all do a lot of work, but when you are able to just provide somewhere a step up, not a handout, but a step up and give them some dignity and some respect back, they're able to strive. So working together with the team, with LAHSA, Councilwoman Sophia, she was great. So we're honored to just be able to do this, and I can just tell the success we're gonna have. And USC, I'm looking forward to working with you guys. I heard yesterday was great. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much to all the speakers that were here today. Thank you to so much to our city teams out there for helping us bring this park to standards for our communities and everybody who came together. Now we're gonna go ahead and do Q&A. So Jonathan will run our Q&A for us. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Thank you, Councilmember. We'll take a few questions. Okay, we'll start on my far left.
Yeah, this question is for the council member. Wondering about how students here,
Can you speak up? It's really hard to hear you.
yeah, I was wondering, talk a little bit about students here, homelessness, I talked to some folks
Yes, so sweeps are not encampment resolution. Care plus cleanups, those are utilized to pick up trash to clear for ADA accessibility, but these are health reasons why these are done. When it comes to the cleanup, when it comes to the Mountain View encampment, our office did schedule a Care Plus cleanup, and we notified the neighbors weeks in advance at Mountain View, and we always do. We always let folks know that we're coming to pick up the trash. We did not organize law enforcement to show up. We are not, and I just want to make clear, we're one of the only offices in the entire city of Los Angeles that provides porta potties, trash cans, and cleaning supplies to encampments. And I think folks are very aware of that, but if not, they're aware now that we are trying to do things differently. And this encampment resolution right here, which we're here to focus on and talk about today, that's the work that we're trying to move and get more resources for. We had to look to the state to get money to house these folks, and we've gotten an additional $16 million from the state to open up 65 new beds on a vacant lot across the street from Home Depot. And me and my team are going to keep looking for more resources to house people because we don't have enough resources here in the city to create all the landing spots. If that was so, I believe that the city would have done a better job at it already, but we're doing that and we're taking it on.
Next question, Jim.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify a little bit on the numbers. The 70 and 27, is the 27 part of the 70, or is that whatever the math is, 97 total folks you're talking?
So the Encampment Resolution Fund is to house people starting. This is the first point. We're going all along the riverbed to Avenue 52. So 27, and then the rest of the 70 are down the line. And we've been engaging them for months, so we have a list of folks. So this is 27 minus 70. That's what we have.
I got 43 more who you've identified up this way.
Yes.
Okay, and that goes all the way up to
Avenue 52. Yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Next question here.
I just wanted to ask you about the folks at Mountain View. I'm sure they'll read the news about this and feel like it would be really great if that approach was applied as well in a wider scale, including with them. And so I wanted to see if you could maybe address them directly. I know they've tried to or have been trying to communicate with you, and they've set up outside your office and tried to go into your office to try to talk to folks about their very urgent, immediate hopes for something similar to this. Would you mind addressing them directly a little bit about what happened when this wasn't available to them?
We're doing the work to bring more of these resources to our district. And that takes time. We secured these resources last year, and it took us time to get to this point where we had 70 units to be able to house people. It doesn't happen overnight. We're working to bring those resources to cover the entire city for the encampments that we have all over the city. I covered 22 neighborhoods, 248,000 people. Everybody's a priority, and we want to do things with care first and love first, and that takes time. That takes time to build the resources, but we haven't given up. We're hyper focused on bringing housing and resources. We've done what we can, bringing porta potties, bringing cleaning supplies, and we're trying to do more, which is get the units. That takes time. And I will say my team is in constant conversation with people living in the encampment. My team is in conversation with organizers that provide mutual aid in the area. So it's not like there's no communication. We want to have more conversations, but there already is conversations happening.
Porta potties might be taken away at this point. Can you maybe about that?
I don't have an update on that. It's my understanding we at least have one porta potty there, and we're one of the only offices that do. But Eric, correct me if I'm wrong. If there are any left, or if we had to remove. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what happened with it getting removed when you brought that?
Well, today we're talking about this encampment resolution. I will get more information because I don't have an update on that right now because I'm focused on the people that we're serving today. Thank you.
Okay. Just one last question. Jim, you got it.
Okay. On the scope of this again, are there any folks up the Arroyo here who've declined care and said, no, I'm all good, I'm going to stay? Is that an option for them? Or what's the approach, and how many more folks do we have to go to get the entire Arroyo hopefully taken care of?
Well, the Arroyo that's in our district, we have been in conversation for months with those people living along the Arroyo. Folks have been ready for a long time to come in, though, so they know that this has been happening. They were just waiting for us to get these contracts across the finish line for the units to be available. 27 people just in this park, in this footprint alone. So they're excited. Many folks are excited. And if we come across people experiencing additional difficulties, that's why we have an ecosystem of service providers and responders to try to figure out what need they can meet, whether it's health needs, whether it's a mental health or behavioral health or other things that they might need. Yeah. So we're not giving up on anybody. Thank you.